Yes. Thank you. The ticker tape became the public symbol for the market. There were more and better ticker machines and better parades, like this one for MacArthur right after Truman fired him. By the 50s, the ticker and the exchange were so closely linked that the NYSE hired those noted market theorists, Kukla, Fran, and Ollie, to explain it to the public. I'm not making this stuff up. After a lot of effort and digging around in the archives, I found the whole film, and believe me, this is the best part. There's one way or another, the ticker tape really is still with us today. Now, so far we've been talking about technologies for moving information around. Now let's talk a little bit about technologies for using information. When we talk about using information, we're talking about computers. In the 1930s, if you said you had 6 computers in your office, this is what you meant. If you said you had a supercomputer, this is what you meant. Computer was a job title, not a thing. But about this time, the technological legacy of Charles Babbage stirred again at the Moore School of Engineering in Philadelphia. ENIAC, the first electronic computer developed in 1946 by Eckert and Maudsley. It weighed 30,000 pounds, had a 900-bit memory. That's 112 characters, about the amount that you find on a typical first-class letter, on the envelope, not on the letter. It ran at .017 MIP, which is a lot slower than the HP calculators many of you carry. And it blew a tube every 45 minutes. You programmed it by moving these wires around. That's why you could do something useful with 900 bits. And you may have seen Al Gore flip some of these switches at the 50th anniversary last month. Things got a little bit better in the 50s. This is the Pilot Ace, a British machine, also vacuum tube based. Had more memory, longer times between failures, but you still really needed a battalion of nerds to get it to do anything useful twice in a row. This modest-looking little science project is what unleashed the torrent of computation we see all around us today. The first transistor, developed at Bell Labs in 1948 by Bretan, Shockley, and Bardeen. They won a Nobel Prize for it in 1956, around the time that these things started showing up in large enough quantities to be included in radios and a few years later computers. Computers became much more manageable. You could fit one in a room smaller than a barn. It might work for the whole day without breaking down. It had enough memory that you didn't have to move wires or think in binary to program it. And most importantly, the salesman had a picture to show that it could be operated by a nice-looking lady in high heels. The New York Stock Exchange had to have one. They got it in 1966. Here it is, the first New York Stock Exchange computer. There he is, the first nerd on Wall Street. Thank you.